Okay, 30,000 in the pocket.
Hello, everybody. I'm Jonathan Coachman, and this.
Okay, Coach. Well, the road ends here. It has been a wild, often unpredictable 2019 season, and now it's time for the greatest spectacle in all of sports. Super Bowl 54 from Miami. You know, this town has played host to 10 Super Bowls in the past, and tonight we write chapter number 11. And what a matchup we've got. Tonight, it's all on the line. We play for the Lombardi. And look at this. Right away, a loose football. It's picked up by the Titans. And he's going to score. It's a Titans touchdown. A big play there. Taking it in. As his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. And on the grandest of stages, with the whole world watching the Super Bowl, they come out and get the first points.
I don't know how you feel about Brandon, but for me, watching the beginning of the Super Bowl, I've often wondered how come it's not just a fumble fest? How come the ball's not all over the place? The nerves, the interim in between of the 2 weeks waiting for the game. But this team came out and handled it just like it was a regular season walk in the park. Terrific start.
Extra point up and good by Succop. And that makes the score 7-0. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. An incredibly short kick fielded way up there. And he'll return this one all the way onto the other side of the field. The Bills head out, led by Josh Allen. What a meteoric rise from Wyoming to the 7th overall pick in 2018. Now in his second NFL season, starting quarterback for the AFC champions.
Mike, right there in the middle, 55.
Check pass, check pass.
A play fake to Singletary, and now it's Allen. That's caught by his tight end, Dawson Knox. And a loose football. It's picked up by the Titans.
Yeah, baby. Yeah, baby.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
You don't want none, baby. You don't want none. Hey, you don't want to see me. You don't want it.
Now a first carry for Derrick Henry. And some room to roam now. And he will score. Touchdown, Titans. With the first touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Titans are able to extend their lead. And there he had to break multiple tackles to earn that touchdown. Bottom line, he earned that touchdown.
Indeed he did. That was pretty much a get off of me run and all the way into the end zone.
Extra point put through by Succop. And that'll make the score 14-0. Hardly any time taken off the clock there. 2 plays, and they find the end zone for 6 points. Joseph now to kick this one away. Very short kick. This will be taken by one of the up men. And they're going to have really good starting field position here as that's taken up close to the 40. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down on the scoreboard, had a drive going, and pushed it past the 50-yard line so they felt like they were in striking distance, and to come away with nothing, not a good feeling at all, to put it mildly. Now they can't afford to do that again.
Yeah, now can they get that bad taste out of their mouth here?
Holding offense.
That's a good chunk of yardage. It's going to be canceled out.
And we always talk about hidden yardage in a game. That's going to count as that because now it doesn't go on the books. But
and his first carry, he loses the football. And that might be Titan football. It is.
That's us. That's us.
Whenever I see a team turn it over on back-to-back drives, fumbles on their last two, I know one person's blood pressure who is starting to rise, and that's the head coach.
Absolutely. And when's it going to go down? When they stop fumbling?
When they stop fumbling and after he's assessed the game film, and only if they manage to win the game.
That one 28 yards on the ground. Trying to punch it in with Henry. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. Derrick Henry, his second touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Titans are able to extend their lead. Boy, these guys are off to the races, Charles. 20-0 already, extra point pending.
Yeah, you always hear that term. They just boat race someone. Heck, it's car race, motorcycle race, plane race, whatever you want. Right now, they are sprinting past them.
Well, that drive started with not a whole lot of real estate in front of them. In plus territory, excellent field position. 2 plays later, pay dirt. An incredibly short kick fielded way up there. And they're going to wind up with pretty good starting field position as they get it up past the 35. Getting set to go again as we look at the back heading onto the field again. He's got to clear his mind a little bit right now. 1 carry, and that carry was a lost fumble.
Clear his mind, clear his hands, and just let this one go. Sometimes it happens. You drop the ball, got a full game ahead of him, hand it to him again, see if they can start to produce.
To throw, it's Allen. And the ball is knocked out. It's picked up by the Titans.
That ball don't belong to you, boy. That ball belongs to us.
So the defense there, opportunistic.
It's nice to give them credit, isn't it? Because so many times it's more a matter of what the offensive guy didn't do. He didn't secure the ball, didn't cover up. In this case, let's just give credit to where it belongs.
Touchdown, Titans. Derrick Henry with his 3rd touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Titans are able to extend their lead. Now, first quarter, and this lead is already getting into dangerous territory. They better be careful on the other sideline.
Yeah, it feels a little bit more like a basketball game where one team is pressing and that team can't get the ball over half court. I mean, it is stealing it and scoring it, layups, the whole deal. That's what it feels like right now. They are all over them.
Well, I'm not sure if they drew that play up to score, but it scored indeed. 1 play on the ground and into the end zone for 6. An incredibly short kick fielded way up there. And they're going to have really good starting field position here as that's taken up close to the 40. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. They trail early on in this Super Bowl as they come up 1st and 10. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
54. All right, T, let's hurry. All right, T.
Singletary to get the drive started. And he loses the football a 2nd time. It's picked up by the Titans. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line. And now 3 drives, 3 fumbles.
What's amazing about it is when we go around and watch practices, how many times do we see them put that sleeve over a football now to make it more slippery and hard to handle? It's almost like they're playing with that sleeve on the ball right now. Was that 3 drives?
Yep.
3 fumbles?
3 fumbles.
It's time to change our luck some way, somehow. Focus, you'll hear those words on.
Derrick Henry all alone and into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. Derrick Henry with a record 4th Super Bowl touchdown tonight as his guys continue to pour it on. And that rushing touchdown, his 4th, puts him just 1 shy of the NFL record in a single game.
And we all know he would love to get to that record and even beyond it, but he doesn't need to in order to impress in this one, does he? What a performance. What an absolute great game that he's had here in this one.
Joseph now to kick this one away. This will be taken short. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, pump the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. They had the catch on second down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at third down here. An entertaining start to this one. More to come on EA Sports.
Oh, yeah, I'm coming. Oh, yeah, I'm coming.
Allen from the gun on third down, and that's caught by Beasley. Now the ball comes loose. It's picked up by the Titans.
They don't want it, boys.
Well, he did what he's known for. He made the catch, then he turned into a runner, took the contact, and coughed it up.
And all I remember as a player, when they catch the ball, when those acrobatic guys catch it, you have to make them pace.
And he will score. Touchdown, Titans. A 16-yard touchdown run as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. And certainly some credit there for that touchdown goes to the offensive line.
They never get the credit they deserve in the stat sheet, but they are the reason that they got the points. Excellent job up front, clearing the way for the score.
Extra point up and good by Succop. And the route is on here in this first half. Well, they got the ball in great field position. One play later, boom, end zone. Joseph now to kick this one away. This one taken just inside the 10. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. And for him, it's been pretty limited involvement. Down on the scoreboard, maybe time to turn to this guy.
And you know me well. Winning games to me means starting with the running game and continuing to press the running game. Maybe you go away from him a little bit now, but the bottom line is he hasn't touched it enough to make a difference.
Well, they haven't established that running game yet. The question is, will they?
Come on.
To throw again on second down. Allen throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. He was looking for Devin Singletary there, and it's 3rd and 4. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on second down. To the air, Allen, and that is incomplete.
Well, it's looking like another 3 and out here, and at some point, you got to be able to put together a drive to keep your defense from having to go right back out on the field. I feel like things are starting to unravel a little bit, and we're not even at halftime.
On 4th down, on is Corey Bojorquez to punt. Adam Humphries deep for the Titans. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. Now Corey Davis and the rest of his offense getting ready for their next drive. Not only does he not have a catch, I don't think he's been targeted in this game, but they're winning.
And if you ask a receiver of his magnitude, he'll tell you that it's because everyone is focused on him anyway. Okay.
Derrick Henry all alone. He's at the 30. A second juke. Touchdown, Titans. Derrick Henry, 77 yards, as his guys continue to pour it on. So what was already a game to remember becomes even more so as that touchdown run, a lengthy one, takes him over 200 yards now for the game.
And I love the fact that to get over 200, it took a pretty good sprint, didn't it? I mean, a lot of times you get 1 or 2 yards and oh, he's over 200 yards. But that really put an exclamation point on the game he's having. Fantastic. A lot of fun to watch.
Joseph now to kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. John Brown now heading back onto the field as he gets set to go here. A chance maybe here for them to get him more involved. They're down here on the scoreboard, and he's been very quiet.
And the silence has been deafening for his team. They don't need that at all. They need fireworks. They need explosive plays. They need him touching the football in any way possible. Maybe go to some jet sweeps. Anything to get him going.
Something to get in the ball. We'll see if they can do it. Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and 2. 2 minutes even on the clock in the first half of Super Bowl 54. A reminder, coming up in intermission, we'll get highlights of this Super Bowl from Jonathan Coachman and the crew in Orlando for our EA Sports halftime report. And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds, so a big call there. That brings up 4th.
And what did we talk with them about prior to the game? Their ability to move the chains, pick up first downs. So far, 0 for 3 on 3rd down. If that continues, they'll have little chance of winning this one.
They'll call it a punt of 44 yards. The return was for 7, and it'll be Titan football. Now Corey Davis and the rest of his offense getting ready for their next drive. Second quarter, a guy like him, no catches, so that's the surprising part, but they're winning, so maybe they've been able to do some other things effectively, I guess.
And they found other ways, haven't they? Because the receivers will tell you, offense needs to run through us, but they're managing to get it done in this ball game without having to actually do that. I wouldn't expect them to stay silent for the rest of the game.
Yeah, you got to think that his first catch is coming at some point. Dion Lewis, 30. And he is down deep into Buffalo territory. And he will finally be tracked down at the Bills' 11. So they had him bottled up, able to make a man miss, and then boom, off to the races.
And it's how he made him miss. A little bit of strength, too. Had to work through contact to get him off of him. And then once he did that, now he put his agility to use and took off.
You better get in the weight room, son.
And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. Taking it in from 11 yards out as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. And, partner, are you kidding me? With this game that he's having, we are in uncharted waters like we've never seen before.
Just think, if he keeps every football from all the touchdowns scored today, does he need to build a new trophy room at home?
Yeah. A couple trophy rooms. Maybe a whole home for a trophy room.
What a phenomenal performance, and I'll guarantee you, he's going to reward the rest of the offensive unit after this as well for helping him get to this number.
He better. This is just unreal. This will be taken very short. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And you're under a minute to go in the half, a first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock, lick your wounds at the half, and see if you can come up with a strategy to play better in the second. But there's also something to challenging your offense right here. You know, hey, guys, you help dig this hole. See if you can get us out of it a little bit before the half runs out. Let's go make some plays.
Here's Allen to throw it. Looking left sideline, but it's incomplete. Cole Beasley, the intended target, but it's going to be 2nd down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. And here's Allen, going to throw again. And now the ball's out, fumble near midfield. It's picked up by the Titans. And he's going to score. It's a Titans touchdown. And what we just saw, very, very rare. We only had 5 of those in the first 50 Super Bowls.
The biggest stage, the biggest game, and we just saw it happen again. Extraordinary.
The defense has been good, and they were good again there. Extra point put through by Succop, and a rout is on here in this first half. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. Short kick. One of the up men will take it now. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down, and it's something.
And Foster loses the football. It's out. It's picked up by the Titans, and the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line.
Yeah, baby. We got it. We got it.
.34 now. Here's 1st and 10.
Right there. Nice, nice, sweetheart.
On the draw, this is Lewis.
Right.
Taron Johnson made the stop.
That's it, baby.
Taron Johnson brought him down. 1 yard gain. Brings up 2nd and 9.
So it's halftime. So the halftime show of the Super Bowl abbreviated. Ready to go for the second half. And the never tedious halftime show behind us, and now it's back to football as we get going again in Super Bowl 54. Oh, look at that. Oh, and now he bowls him over. Touchdown, Titans. The kick return touchdown goes for 97 yards as his guys continue to pour it on. And people still trying to get back to their seats from the concession stand here at the start of the third quarter, and boom, we got points on the board.
And you just identified why the bulk of stadiums have increased presence in the concession areas, right? TVs, loudspeakers, so people can still follow the game. And right now, they're bummed out that they missed that big return to start this half.
So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw. An incredibly short kick fielded way up there. And they're going to have really good starting field position here as that's taken up close to the 40. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them. They go right back to Singletary. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. And that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jayon Brown coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it also brings up 4th.
It's been a tough one all game long for this offensive line. They're already down big, and now you know they're just going to come after the quarterback in a big way, don't you?
Yeah, they just can't get out of their own way right now. It's created an avalanche, and an avalanche is coming right on top of it. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, though, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room, because here's what I think happened. They got in there and they said, listen, let's take control right away.
Yeah,
defense, we got the lead. Defense, don't give up any points. Turn the ball back over to the offense and let them go down and score and give us more of a cushion in the game. Check so far. Defense shut them down. Let's see what the offense gets done.
And another mistake here defensively as a flag is down on the tackle, and that's going to tack on 15 more. Charles, did I just hear that right? They declined the personal foul. 3 yards, they just declined them.
And I have to think that the official is thinking to himself, did I just hear that correctly, that you declined that one? All I can think of is that someone on the field got confused. Because they had to, because you're going to take the yards on that penalty each and every time.
It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. They run. This is Lewis.
In my book, that's running the ball well, but with intelligence. How about him keeping the clock moving, staying in bounds?
Yeah, even though it's the third quarter, you're thinking ahead, aren't you? This is where your running game can really help you with a lead in the second half.
I agree totally. It's not just end-of-the-half situations that you worry about the clock. It's throughout the game. And with a lead, stay in bounds. Make them fight harder to try and catch you.
And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that one looked pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. It was Teron Johnson that time who had that play covered from the start. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
I'm trying to collect. 5.
Henry running right. This will be a 5-yard pickup as they move it from the 20 to the 15. 1 quarter remains here in the Super Bowl. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. An extra defensive back here for the Bills on 3rd down. They'll run it again with Henry. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
An incredibly short kick fielded way up there. And they're going to have really good starting field position here as that's taken up close to the 40. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And okay, all right, I'm being facetious here, but you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on 1st down. Here's a throw over the middle. It's taken in by his tight end. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. Allen going to try and throw on 3rd down. He gets it to Brown, complete. And he gets it down to the 48, enough for the first. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks. The clock showing 2 minutes even in what's been a memorable Super Bowl 54. So it's Bills football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now Allen, and the Titan defense steps up here, and down he goes.
That right now, that's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle from the start.
Yeah, this team has been thoroughly beaten right from the word go.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. As Singletary has it stripped. It's picked up by the Titans. And now off to the races down the right side. And they're going to bring this one back. A fumble return touchdown for the Titans. And what we just saw, very, very rare. We only had 5 of those in the first 50 Super Bowls.
The biggest stage, the biggest game, and we just saw it happen again. Extraordinary.
The defense has been good, and they were good again there. Extra point up and the lead will swell by 1 more. So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way. The fumble return for a touchdown. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. This will be taken short. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. We focus our attention on the Titans defense now. They've played excellent. Another stop here, that would just be the icing on the cake.
You definitely want to finish things off the way it's gone throughout the day. And it's gone awfully well for them. They don't want to give up any type of a fluke, any type of a big play here. That'll leave a bad.
And his first carry, he loses the football.
Get there. Here comes the boom.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. From the 30 on second down, Allen. This will be caught by Brown. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. And even 30 yards on a play that began back at the 30. And he's going to have the connection to Foster. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Robert Foster, 41 yards. And the Bills claw one back. So they will get on the scoreboard here. Give them credit for that. Too little, too late, but no zero. Oh, you're going slow clap on me.
Not very nice, is it?
No, but they haven't been very nice on offense. It's been a struggle. This is taken at the 3. And he's loose again. The 30. 10, and they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. So another score there. Often you talk about the 3 phases of the game: defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a 4th phase. That's the coaching, and he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
They are looking strong here in the 4th quarter. So let's try this again. After the kick return TD, here's yet another kickoff.
Free kick out of bounds, kicking team.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at the 45. Open man, here's Foster.
Oh, yeah!
And they're singing in the Music City. The Tennessee Titans are your Super Bowl champions.